Rebecca Fawcett here with Focus Real Estate, and today I am with Jen Mathis of the Mathis Insurance Agency, and we're going to talk about some of the top claims that she sees happening right now with homeowners. Jen, what would you say are your top two that you currently are seeing?
The top insurance claims that we see on homeowners policies, mainly in this neighborhood, also just overall in Colorado, is wind and hail. Wind and hail are usually roof claims, and that is what makes up about 50% or about half of all of the claims that we see. And that number is pretty true nationwide as well. If a hailstorm comes through, windstorms come through, there can be lots of damage done, and that can cause a spike in insurance claims at that exact moment. But also when people are moving, they get their roofs inspected, they might see that there was damage from a prior hailstorm. That will still be covered on their insurance policy, and a claim could be made at that time. So we see hail claims all the time, even if we haven't recently had a hailstorm, because that damage can last and be found, years later and still need to be repaired.
So it's always best that when there is a hailstorm to actually have your your roof looked at, that if you need to put it in a claim, you can, but at least you're taking the steps to have it checked out prior to down the road when you decide to sell your house and it pops back up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would also say to get a referral from your insurance agent, from your realtor, from your friends or neighbors of a roofer that they've used or have heard great things about, so that someone can come out, not an adjuster from an insurance agency, but a roofer. Maybe have one or two or even three different roofers come out and see if they believe that there is enough damage for a claim and for a roof replacement. If they just see a little bit of damage, that might not be enough that's sufficient for a claim, but it'll let you know to keep track of it, to have them come out again if there is another storm. But I would definitely have roofers look at it first to give you an idea of what your next step should be.
Perfect. What other are your top claims?
The next claim that we see a lot of, and right now we're seeing a ton of it, is water damage, mainly frozen pipes. It seems like it's something that shouldn't happen, but everybody gets frozen pipes. I myself, when we moved to Colorado, did not know you were supposed to unhook your hose for the winter, and I left mine.
I don't think a lot of people that move here understand that.
But now I think, how do you not know that? But I left our hose on. I used the water for an entire summer and then started to see leaks in the garage and in the basement. And that was from a burst pipe that had to be fixed, and drywall had to be cut out, the pipe had to be repaired. And that's a pricey claim to have. That's really up there with, could be very expensive, because if you catch it early, water damage can be very minimal. But if you don't catch it, water damage, mold, so many things can happen with water if it's behind the scenes and you don't see it right away.
Yeah, that's actually a great thing. So pro tip right now in the fall, go ahead and unhook your hose and have your sprinklers blown out as well. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal too. Yeah, a lot of water maintenance with these houses. And especially this winter's been really brutal, specifically super, super cold. So we have already seen a lot of claims, and we'll probably anticipate to see a bunch more.
Perfect. Any other top claims that we should be on the know about?
I'd say there's about two other really common claims that we see. They're not as prevalent as the hail, the roof claims, and the water claims, but we do see fire, lightning. Those things can happen. Now, of course, there are things like, the Marshall fires or something that's just a huge occurrence that's not very common. That can lead to a spike in claims. But fire overall can be, just a small dryer fire or things like that in the home. Those can be pretty relevant claims that happen. And then the last one would be theft. Theft is a big claim because it's not necessarily just theft from your house. Your homeowner's policy covers all of your personal property. So that can be your personal property in your car. That can be your personal property in transit. That can be your personal property in a storage center. So personal property that is stolen would be a claim that's on your homeowner's policy.
Awesome. So just to recap, our top items are going to go ahead and be hail and wind. That's the number one for Colorado that we see, correct? Mm-hmm. Fabulous. Mm-hmm. Fire, water, well, actually water I should say second. Fire, and then theft.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fantastic. If you have any questions about any claims or are interested actually in shopping around for insurance, all of Jen's information is below, and she also wrote a blog, which is also linked down below for quick access and a great recap. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and thank you, Jen, for joining us.
Thank you.